What's going on, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to the first episode of Welcome to Texas podcast. Well, let me get into the story. Okay. YouTube, I never watched YouTube. I would only use YouTube about 3 years ago, was just to listen to old music I couldn't find on the radio. 3 years ago, I had back surgery, so I had nothing but time, and I still got nothing but time because ever since I had back surgery, I ain't been back to work since. So during that time, I was just watching YouTube, like I still do. I ain't got nothing else to do besides be at home dad with my family, spend time with my 6-year-old, take him to school, pick him up, take him here, take him there. So, I'm blessed, you can say I'm blessed, I was able to, during the time that I was working, I was a machinist. I was making springs for medical devices. So I had a pretty good job before I got laid off. Not laid off, but, I got a medical condition that I had to get back surgery. But in reality, I didn't need the surgery. I got an autoimmune disease. So basically, my body is it's attacking itself. It's thinking that there's a foreign invading my system, but it's just my own system attacking its own system. So every month, I gotta go get a fusion in my veins. It takes about 2 to 3 hours. It makes me sick. I gotta sit down. They put me up. They put a line in my arm. I gotta sit there about 2-3 hours every month. And it helps. The medication helps. But to a certain point, it seems like my body just gets used to this stuff real quick. But like the doctor told me, I left it untreated for so long that it is what it is. So I guess it's a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing that I'm able to spend time with my 6-year-old that I wasn't able to spend time with my other 18 and 19-year-olds. But it's a curse because, I got to be dealing with this condition. So during that time of me recovering from my back surgery, I was just watching YouTube videos, commenting here, commenting there, it was just for fun. And to me, it's just for fun now. I continue doing it not for the money, because if it was for the money, I'd be on here every day just dropping videos, nonsense videos, but it's not about the money, So during this time, you got to sit back and think, what's my goal? What do I want to accomplish with this YouTube stuff? What is it? What's the end game? So instead of limiting myself to just stories from Texas, Texas street stories or collectibles in Texas, collectibles in Texas is that's another part of my life. I like collecting cards. I got an eBay store where I sell cards. That's a hobby. I like fixing cars. I like detailing. I like working on appliances. I like working on electronics. If it breaks, majority of the time I can fix it myself. These are trades that I learned on my own that it's made me money. That, hey, if I put all my attention to one thing that I would know, I'd be successful. But I'm just kicking back right now, Like I said, I ain't had a full-time job in about 3 years, but I'm still got my bills paid. Taxes still get paid at the end of the year. So it is what it is. So my thing was where I want to go with this YouTube. So after making contact with Robert Delgado, Bad Bob, you know, I just don't want to limit myself to just one topic or one genre, you know, street stories. You know, why I myself are a lot broader than just Texas street stories or just a story, you know. In the Texas street stories, you know, I ain't been in the streets in about over 20 years. You know, so you got to think about it that this is almost like a brand. You know, this is something you want to promote. This is something that you want to put your name behind it, and it means something. So I'm proud, you know, to be from Texas. So anything that I chose the title had to have Texas in it. And since a lot of people don't know how Texas functions or what goes around in Texas, it's just basically me saying, welcome to Texas podcast, where we're gonna be talking from different range of topics. You know, one day it could be sports, one day politics, or whatever it is that's trending on the internet. You know, I can't just limit myself to just Texas street stories. You know, I noticed this when I posted a video of my weenie dog, a little short video, and that short got like about 9,000 views. Honestly, one of my most watched shorts. So I'm like, you know, stories, prison stories, street stories, it's for a limited audience. You know, not everybody's tuned into that. You know, yeah, you got the curiosity, but you know, everybody wants to get on YouTube that's having a bad day. You know, they want to get a few laughs. You know, they want to listen to other people's opinions. So that's where I want to go. You know, I'm gonna invest in getting me a little studio as a podcast. You know, clean out some space I got in my house, make it look right. You know, so hopefully me and Bobby can co-host this and do it for the good. Because honestly, for me, I gotta find my purpose. You know, I gotta find what I'm on this earth for. You know, it's more than just what I'm doing now. You know, and maybe I'm on the path. You know, it's not to glorify gangs. You know, like I said, I've been out the streets about 20-some years. You know, during that time, you know, I've been learning trades, being a father, a husband. You know, I was blessed to find a girl that didn't have no kids and helped me raise my 2 older kids. And out of that, she gave me a son. So I'm blessed, you know, to be able to be a father again. And not just be a father just because I made him, you know, but being a father, but being the protector, the provider, the example. And you know, I'm not getting much younger, you know, I'm 43 now, you know, so I gotta get right with God, you know, especially with this condition I got. I'd be happy if I make it at 65, you know, but I didn't think I was gonna make it past 19 or 20, and here I am, you know. But that's because I feel God has a reason. He's kept me alive numerous times. And for what? Don't know. And I do care now, you know, what's my purpose in life. So, just a quick little update of where this channel's going. And if y'all see that, oh man, it's not Texas street stories or collectibles in Texas. Because that was just how can you say, like a beta test, you know, just testing the waters. You know, once you get monetized, you gotta start thinking something like your brand. And do you want to really stand behind a Texas street stories? Sounds good, but it's only limited to a limited audience, you know. And I want to reach out to everybody, you know. actives, non-actives, housewives, you know, single dads, married dads, you know, just average Joe, you know, I just don't want to limit myself just to one genre of streets and gangs and drugs and stuff like that, you know, because that's been out of my life for over 20 years, you know. I want to show what we can do to help the youth. So stay tuned. Also, I got approved by TDC, so Bobby can start calling me now. I sent them an email telling them that I got approved. So hopefully now we can start doing these podcasts more, more consistent. So y'all stay tuned, you know, because it's kind of hard, you know, with the emails. Sometimes you misinterpret stuff, and you don't want to jump the gun, make a video of something that you misinterpret. You know what I mean? Misunderstood. So what I'm gonna do is, I reached out to Bobby. You know, I told him he can go ahead and call me at that number that I gave him. So hopefully we can make some good videos for y'all. You know, he got some Texas history. He got some good knowledge. And I hope y'all stay tuned.